to this week's Fangirls episode for Monday. First off, I want to apologize for my lack of activity last week. I was having some technical difficulties, and wasn't able to upload, so I really apologize. I need to work on some things. Second off, I'd like to spend this episode not really talking about fangirls. I'd like to talk about something that may have come to your attention in the recent weeks. There have been several, and by several there's been like 8 suicides of homosexual boys, and I'd like to talk about this just because it's really hit home for me, and it's definitely something that needs to be discussed. So if you don't want to hear this, it's okay. You can turn off this video and I'll be back to my normal fangirl antics next week. But for now, I'd like to talk about them. It's kind of hit home for me in the fact that these are several people who have, you're going through such a hard time in your life as a teenager that you don't need any of this extra bullshit. I mean, being a teenager is the hardest part of your life. You will never have a more difficult part of your life. And it's where you're finding yourself. You're finding out who you are, what you want to be, what you want to do, what you can do, your talents, your faults, your weaknesses. And you're so hard on yourself as a teenager. You don't need anybody telling you that you are worthless because you are gay. You don't need anybody telling you that because you're gay, you're gonna go to hell, you're gonna burn, you're gonna suffer because of something you cannot control. And the fact that, I feel personally I'm bisexual, and I feel, I've been extremely lucky. I've had very understanding friends, very understanding family, and I've never, been bullied for that. I've been bullied for other things, but that's another story. That's another day. But I know that it's hard, especially for people questioning their sexuality. And you're so hard on yourself, and then people that you should trust and people you should know and love, or even just have to, just be around on a daily basis, coming up and telling you you are worthless. I feel like it's got to be a lot harder for guys in some cases because of the already, there's a stigma against, gay men, because you can't be gay and a man at the same time. That's not true, guys, and it hurts to know that there are people out there who, sorry, that's my phone. It hurts to know that there are people out there who are going through, this difficult time in their life, and they feel worthless because they're being constantly told they are worthless because of something they can't control. And I know I'm really kind of just rambling about the same point here, but forgive me, it's just been on my mind lately. It's just, I feel like in some ways my generation has come so far. We're so open about a lot of things, but in some ways we've taken a step back. You know, a lot more of us are open about homosexuality and are much more, you know, liberal about a lot of things. But the way we deal with the things we don't understand, I feel, is a lot more violent than generations past. I mean, I don't necessarily know if it's the rate of suicides have gone up or if they're more publicized, but it definitely feels like we can't handle necessarily, like, not necessarily that we can't handle what we've been given, but when we look at somebody or something that we do not understand and we are afraid of, the way we deal with it is much more violent and is much more, you know, outspoken. Yeah. Because, like, I mean, you look back in the 50s and, you know, yes, there was a lot of repressed homosexuality, among other things. But you didn't have the necessarily, like, the, well, that's a lie. I just thought of the Ku Klux Klan. Sorry. But it's just like, I don't know. I feel like we're going crazy here, just sitting and, you know, using the internet to be obscenely hateful to each other. And it's driving me crazy because why can't we are such a forward thinking generation. Why is it so hard for us to take this and use it to spread good? I mean, how hard is it to, you know, instead of leaving an angry message for somebody saying you're stupid, you're worthless, your thoughts are wrong, you know, you are wrong. How hard is it to just say, you know, I don't agree with this person, I'm just not going to talk to them? How hard is it to, you know, pass somebody you don't like in the hall and just ignore them and not just say whatever comes to mind? I mean, how hard is that? How hard is it to keep your mouth shut, to not move your fingers across the keyboard, to just press the unfollow button, the defriend button? How hard is that? We have such technological advances, but emotionally, it's like we've taken a step backwards. It's like we have to, if we do not agree with somebody, they have to know that we don't agree with them. And it's just, it's not right. Guys, we need to fix this. Why does it have to come to people killing themselves to know that something's wrong? Why, or not even to know something's wrong, but to act? Why does it take death and destruction and war to understand that what we're doing isn't working? And I don't know, I guess I'm kind of taking this blog and just ranting because somebody needs to hear. If this video can make one person question their actions and say, you know, I'm not gonna leave this angry message for this person because they accidentally took my parking spot or whatever. If my video can change one person's look at their actions, then I have done what I set out to do. And I didn't really set out to do anything except to talk. But, guys, we need to change things. It's just one step at a time, I guess. So, thank you for listening to my little rant. I'm sorry, this just really hit close to home and I needed to talk about it. So, I promise next week, full fangirl, the entire episode, I'll take you guys out on a walk through my neighborhood. And it'll be happy. So thank you for listening. October 20th, please wear purple for these 6 boys that killed themselves, and we'll be a united front. I mean, we can't, honestly, I'm going to be cliche here, we can't let them win. So, thank you for listening. Links are in the comments, yep. And look out for Tamara tomorrow. She'll probably be a happier person. As it is, see you next week.